Dr. Dre is one of the dopest music producers ever. His musical background is second to none. As we all know, he produced many hit songs and has a secret formula he implements in all of his tracks. Question is, what is the formula? And how does he continue to produce hot song after hot song? Right? Glad you asked. Today we'll break down the 3 secrets and how he produces his music and how he does this time after time again, so you too can use the Dr. Dre formula and make dope music yourself. Get ready, set, let's talk about it. Welcome to another episode of Platinum Lyrics and Beats. I'm your host, Trey Boy. I teach aspiring music producers how to create and sell dope beats online without the confusion and frustration of wondering where to start. On Platinum Lyrics and Beats, we look to help you and assist you in getting started in your music production career and help you make some life-changing music and money. That's right. Let's get into it, all right? 3 things I've learned from super producer Dr. Dre. 3 secrets I'm going to share with you right now, all right? Number 1, his drums always hit hard, all right? His drums are hard and original, all right? You would never hear a Dr. Dre track where the drums are not banging, that snare is not ringing through, that kick is not kicking hard, the bass is not booming, right? You would never hear that. Dr. Dre is the best at getting the best out of the drums, either recording live or in the mix, right? He doesn't miss. He uses an MPC 3000. He sets up like about 4 or 5 of them, and he doesn't change the disc. He does this so he can keep the sounds in the MPC 3000s, right? And he have them all lined up, and he have a different drum sound in each one. And then he'll use a master one for the sequencing, right? How dope is that, man? I believe his goal is to create an environment where he can stay in the groove without interruptions, right? Where he can stay in a creative set of mind. If for us that been producing for a while, we know we can get into a groove. You don't want anything to knock you out of that groove. So you want to have the elements around you. You want to have everything set up to where you can create at the highest level, right? You don't want any distractions. This is how deep his production goes on the drums, not even mentioning the other elements, all right? When he was producing NWA, he used the Roland 808 drum machine, right? All right, he had that big booming bass, that bass you feel in your chest. Way back in the day, man, in the late 80s and the 90s, he was doing this, all right? Even with Michelle A, the song he produced, Something in My Heart, an old school joint he produced back in the day. He had those 808s humming, all right? This isn't a fad. It's a lifestyle, a music style that he's used time after time, all right? We have to take note of that. Whether using a VST or real drums, we have to bring out the best in our percussions and the drum samples constantly, like Dr. Dre, if we want to provide those hard-hitting tracks, all right? The drums have to be hard, they have to sound original, and they have to be, they have to have that effect. They have to stand out. The next secret I learned from Dr. Dre is collaborating with other musicians and producers. This has been the key to Dr. Dre's success as a music producer and the secret sauce to bringing the best out of his hit songs, right? He was wise enough to know he can't do it all alone. He collabed with other dope musicians and producers. He may not have played all the instruments, but he instructed them to play whatever he wanted them to play, all right? He instructed the musicians to vibe with the song the way he wanted them to, which means he was in control of the production. He worked with professional saxophonist Cadis Buckingham, who also played the flute, all right? That's him playing the flute on Little Ghetto Boy. Man, I love that song. He had the solo at the end of the joint. He killed it. Another musician he worked with, Tony T Money Green on the bass. Dude was cold, man. Stan the Guitar Man and many other professional musicians that he worked with. Still to this day, working with other musicians. Dr. Dre mixed soulful vocals, instrumentation with hooks and hip-hop music, and made history. Man, I would have loved to have sat in one of the studio sessions, man, like a fly on the wall, man, and just soak all of that in, all right? It's nothing like collabing with other like-minded artists and musicians creating a masterpiece. It's nothing like it, especially when the chemistry is there, all right? Last but not least, Dr. Dre stayed true to his brand. Your brand is the most important element of your business. It tells everyone what you stand for and why you do what you do, all right? If you know Dre, he doesn't hold his tongue for no one. You can hear it in his lyrics, his songs. you can hear it. Yeah, you can hear it, man. You listen to some of the old school Dr. Dre, even, some of his new stuff, man. He speaks his mind, all right? He's going to give you the truth whether you like it or not, all right? Just ask the police. He's gonna break it down for you, man, all right? Even his business ventures outside of making beats, he's still going to stick with the hip-hop music culture. He's still going to stick with the brand, all right? Ever heard of Beats by Dre? Does that ring a bell? Check this out, man. The Mega Beats buyout included $2.6 billion in cash and about $400 million in stock, making Dre the wealthiest hip-hop artist in the world. He created it. He put his name on some dope-looking headphones that sounds amazing, may I add. And look, if you want to cop those Beats by Dre, I have the link in the descriptions below, all right? I have it in the link below. And look, he sold them to Apple, made millions. Believe me, if he wasn't true to his brand, if he didn't stay focused on his grind and stayed in his ground roots, his name would not have been as valuable. And the Beats by Dre brand would not be a successful brand today. These are the things I've learned watching Dr. Dre. Make sure your production is dope. Start with the drums. We all know the drum is all about the drum section, all right? It's all about the drums, man. Collab with other talented musicians and producers, and stay true to your brand, all right? Don't switch it up. Stay true. Even if you're in a different lane, connect the brand. This will pay off in the future, all right? Now, look, if you're looking to get started in music production and you want to create beats like Dre and sell them online, today is your day. I have the perfect gift for you. Go to Aspire Producers Lab. I'll show you the equipment you need to get started. I'll teach you how to create dope beats from scratch and give you the blueprint on how to sell your beats online. You can watch the free video at aspireproducerslab.com. That's it for today, friends. Thank you for listening and supporting the channel. To all the dope music producers out there, keep producing that life-changing music. To all aspiring music producers, go out there and put in that work, man. Go put in that work so you can help us change the world one beat at a time. I pray this episode will inspire you to get started in your music production career and help you make some life-changing music and money. Have an amazing day. Let's get that work. See you next week. It's Trey Boy. I'm out. Peace.